Hey guys, welcome to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. In this video I'm going to be installing an electric heater in my crawl space, mechanical room, this area. Now I know by the time this video comes out, winter is pretty much over because I got about 3 months of videos right now. So this will be irrelevant to the time of year that you're watching it, that it was released, but you could possibly find this video later. But whatever. So this is my mechanical room. If you haven't seen these videos where I do all this work, there's a bunch of them. So as you know, I've been staying in this house and it's winter right now, and I probably have had 3 days where it's been below freezing steady for 3 days. So I have a kerosene heater that I've been running basically 24/7 to heat the upstairs, and I don't really have any heat down here. This actually stays pretty damn cold down here. In my bedroom, which is right over there, I have a little space heater, and then I also have my electric blanket to stay warm. So living in the house isn't bad. So every time I leave for work now, I have to shut the pump off, drain the system, and it's a pretty big pain in the ass. And since I'm gonna eventually need some type of heat source down here, I figured a small electric baseboard heater like this one right here would be perfect for this area. I can have a thermostat, set it on a real low temperature, and it's just putting off a nice cool, nice, like steady temperature, and it keeps this area warm above freezing. That's all I want, is above freezing. I'm not looking for 70 degrees, I'm looking for like 40 degrees. So when I do leave for work, what I need to do is shut the pump off. I need to close this feed line that comes in from the 55-gallon drums that I have. That shuts the feed off into the filter. I then need to open up the emergency drain that I installed, and what that does is it lets all the water out of the whole system. All the pipes upstairs are pitched so that all that water comes down. I open a faucet at my shower. It lets air in, it drains everything out. And then one night I didn't figure out how to drain out of the pump, and it did get below freezing, and I was worried that it was going to crack. But the next day I thought about it, and if I hit this button right here, it allows air into this system. So I keep this valve shut, run the pump, and push this button, and it allows air into it, and it fills this pipe up with air, draining that pump from any water. You're dripping fast too. Whoa, I need to fix that real quick. Why did it I just touched it and it started dripping. Son of a bitch. Living in a tiny house is not easy. So what was I saying? So instead of draining this whole system, if I have this heater on, all I have to do is shut the line off that comes from the accumulator tank into my distribution panel, shut that off, and then drain the system. It'll drain all the lines upstairs, hot water heater, shower, sink, all that stuff. Once I get heat upstairs, I won't need to do that. Eventually my hot water heater will be down here, so this will help keep everything that needs to stay warm. Let's go somewhere else right now, and I'll show you how I hook this thing up, and then we'll bring it back down here. All right, everyone needs to quiet down. Peanut, go play outside. Go outside. Whoa, cranky motherfucker. All right, so this is the heating unit that I'm going to install. It's about, what, like 30 inches wide or something. It's on 120 volt. It draws 4.2 amps, which is perfect for my tiny house. And it's going to be perfect, I hope, for that little space that I got. I think I did the square footage, and it will overheat that area. Now, when you buy this, it doesn't come with a thermostat. This piece was like $30 or $40, and then a thermostat. No, it was more than that. All this stuff, this and this, was like 75 bucks. Let's call that, and that was not $50. Shipping and handling, tax, all that good stuff. But I got to install the thermostat. So since that crawl space is so tight, I figured I would do a majority of the work here. I can get the wire hooked up since I'm not running it through a wall like typically people would do. So I can do a majority of the work now, and then go down there, install this, run the wire where it's got to go, and connect it into the breaker box. Now, I probably said this in the intro, but again, I am not an electrician. I'm not a licensed electrician. I'm not trained in any electrical. So don't listen to anything I ever say when I talk about electricity, okay? I'm just showing you what I did. For some reason, I have a lot of electrician followers, and they always tell me that I suck at life. Thank you. You got to suck at something. Better life than That's funny. That's a funny joke. It might be a little too inappropriate. Probably a little too inappropriate to put in my video. Okay, so we got the instructions. That. So there's these two plates on here. You can take off either one, and you can install this on either side, I believe. Could be wrong. When you open it up, there's going to be a black and white wire connected together, and the same thing on this side. There's going to be black and white wire connected over here. Now I've already cut this wire because I want the thermostat on this side because of where I'm going to be putting this. I'm going to put a screw to connect this into the wall down there, so I'm going to drill a hole here and here to screw it into the wall. So I'm going to keep this off until I install it. So I'll put that in my bucket of things I need for later. Now there's a watt. Oh, I think I f***ed up. Do not disconnect. And I disconnected it. I hope that was right. I did disconnect the one that said do not disconnect. So I gotta reconnect that. Let's fix that real quick. No one will know. See, this is why I shouldn't have touched electricity. Okay, I think that was a disaster averted. Spanish, French, Italian. Like me some Italian food. Ah, there it is. Okay, we're winning. So this red wire gets connected to this black wire. I really wanted to install the thermostat on the opposite side, but it just looks better over there. Makes more sense. We're just going to do it on the other side because that makes more sense. Because all the pictures are on that side. So I've got my wire. I'm going to obviously have it longer than what I need, but I'm going to take this and stick it through a hole. Knock one of these out. Feed the feed wire through. 14.2 is what that was. The white wire is going to connect to this white wire. Winning. And the black wire is going to go to this wire. The top red one. Bottom red's going to go to that black. Yeah. And then the ground wire is going to go onto that green looking screw. Nice. That should be done right. I know you couldn't really see what I did there, but read the instructions. Find your correct model number in reference to the other stuff, and I don't know. Hope you don't burn your house down. See this? I'm going to organize it. I'm going to build shelving here. That's all going to get out of there. Chop saw's coming out for a minute. I got some big plans. I got a lot of wood over here. And then you can see a future project that's coming up because it's not done yet, but this is the next big project I'm working on. So I got it all hooked up. I've got the wire coming out of it, just like this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I forgot a Phillips screwdriver. I mean, that's a decent spot. I'll probably have to move that because I want to put my hot water heater somewhere around here, and I'm gonna need a thingy that vents out. I'd like the one that has the floor vent, but we'll see. I don't know. Is a perfect spot for now. Again, not an electrician, just a get her done DIYer. Welcome to Double Chin City. We'll put that up there like that maybe. Oh God, that's in the box. I'm gonna die. I know people are gonna be like, I don't like that. It's too claustrophobic. This is not an area you could come and hang out with friends. This is strictly mechanicals. To me, this is better than having all your mechanicals in a little like shed that you have on the outside of your house. Don't hit that internet cable. That'll be the end of my life. Got him! Oops. Don't do that again. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like I screwed that in all the way, but I didn't. So now I got these plates that seal this up. I'm gonna put those back in. Good. Did you hit the subscribe button yet? I mean, last time I was in one of these positions and I asked for it, I get a lot of subscribers from that. Oh, I did bring a Phillips screwdriver. Winning. Be magnetized. Nope. The needle nose pliers would be clutch right here. The wire's not screwed in behind there, so that's a good idea. And now we'll run the wire. Now typically this wire would have been running out of a wall, so you'd have to connect it. F me. So you'd have to connect it before you did this step. I don't know how permanent this is going to be. I'm leaning towards the not so permanent. This is not big enough to cut that. Nice. The power's off to my tiny house. Oh, I didn't leave enough for my copper wire. I've heard to always hook your ground up first. So I got my ground bus. Be careful, please. All right, I got my ground hooked up. I know it ain't the prettiest. Now I'm gonna hook this up to the 15 amp breaker I'm not going to hook it in though just yet. I just don't want that metal flinging around in case something happens, I don't know. So I connect my black wire to the breaker, and then the white wire gets connected into the neutral bus. Make sure this is off. Why are you like that? Why you know not easy? It's not the most professional job, but I'm not an electrician. So right away, as soon as I pop this, if I screwed that job up wiring the heater, I'll know right away. It's working, I think. That was pretty easy, actually. I'm gonna set that on comfort zone, whatever that means. I think that's working. It's heating up. It's warm. That's real good. One less thing to worry about now, right? Stop. Why are you going nuts, phone? Minus that weird smell coming off of it, which is just burning off the chemicals that they put on stuff. Oh, yeah, they are. Woo, that's some chemicals. Well, let's go below the comfort zone, because I'm not too comfortable with the comfort zone as of right now. You know, just in case the comfort zone decides to be fire zone. We don't need that in our lives. Was that a short video? Probably not. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, I am not an electrician, okay? If you are an electrician, you can let me know what I did wrong in the comments below, like you do every time. That's fine. So other people can learn from my mistakes. But I think it's working. Obviously, I'm not going to trust this thing 100% until it's on for a few days, but I can already tell you that obviously heat rises. So up here is nice and warm. These pipes will be fine down here now. My water tanks are fine. The filter, which holds water, will be fine. The pump, accumulator tank, everything that's down here, I think, will be okay now. So I don't need to worry about this stuff anymore. And each one of these little items costs quite a bit of money. So this is cheap insurance. It's going to cost a little bit of money to run it. This winter, I've learned a lot about heating. And I know that electricity is one of the worst forms of heat, but what else are you gonna do? You can put a wood stove down here? No, that wouldn't work very well now, would it? I got my sprinkler too down here in case it doesn't work, but I think that's it. So if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Obviously, you can go check down below for some great comments and wonderful trollage. And if you want to help support my channel, I really want to start a second tiny house build, a really affordable tiny house. Please check out my Patreon account. All that money is compiling, and as soon as it reaches a certain point, I can start the build. It'll be probably one video a month on the new build, but it'll go over a lot of stuff that I didn't go over on this build, because I've gotten a lot of questions about certain things. I'd really like to start a second build and basically redo everything I've already done for you, but in more detail. So please check out my Patreon page. Now this video is filmed on January 25th, and we have just started the door series. While I'm filming this, the door series just started. So that's going to be about 2.5 months, and then I got a bunch of farm projects. This video gets slipped in there somewhere. I might do an installation video in there somewhere. Don't know where this video will come out, but future projects that I'm going to be doing are the windows or the split mini duct. I'm going to be working on the windows. I'm working on the windows now, but the split mini duct is something that I purchased, and I got to build something for it and do a bunch of stuff with that. So those are videos that are coming up one day. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Do you see how long this is? Look at it. I've been growing it since almost the beginning of this project.